Alright guys, we're back up here on the little mountain and it is summertime, it is very hot. We are way behind on getting this done. We need to install our above ground pool today. We bought it last year, installed it last year, it worked great, and we need to set it up again. So I'm going to do a little bit more grading around here, kind of even out the gravel, and then we're going to go get the foam that we put underneath it with the tarp and get this pool set up for the girls. So I did my best to kind of store this foam board in between the sheds over there, so it wasn't completely destroyed and so we can get more than one season out of it. But I think it's still held together enough to serve its purpose and make for a nice, you know, softer surface when you're like jumping around in the pool, not pushing the pool liner into the gravel underneath. Alright, so we got the tarp and the foam in place. Let's go grab the pool. Alright, so the idea is that while it fills up with water, gradually the water will build up and the girls will keep pushing out the creases on the bottom, because any crease that's in there after it's filled up, you're never going to get out. So they're going to stay in there, kind of play in the water a little bit and try to make sure that the pool is nice and flat on the bottom. Alright, so it's filling up. It's going to take a long time to fill this thing up, but thankfully we're on well water. It's free water. We just got to pay for the electricity that the well pump is using. But it'll take some time. The girls will enjoy splashing around in there. So we'll check in with you after the water gets up higher, and then we can start to install the pool filter, the pump for it, to keep it clean. So we'll be right back with that. So while the pool's filling up, we've got an unboxing to do. This is a new pool filter pump, and it's made by Valwix. They reached out to us and said, hey, would you like to try out this new filter with your pool and show it to your YouTube audience? And so here we are. Not sponsored, but I did get it for free, and we're gonna unbox it and see how well it works in comparison to the Intex pool filter that we used on our pool last year. And obviously this is gonna be kind of like a first impressions video. We're gonna have to run this for a little while to really give it a true comparison to what we've had before, but we'll be sure to update you all in the comments and in the video description. If this thing turns out to be a piece of junk, we'll let you know. If it turns out to be amazing, we'll let you know. All right, here it is. Again, Valwix pool filter pump. This is kind of cool. It's got some nice features with it. It should connect right into the plumbing that we already have on the pool. And it's see-through at the filter cartridge area, so you can kind of see as the gunk builds up. And then it also has a built-in timer, so that instead of hooking up like an outdoor light timer to your pump so that's not running 24/7, it's actually built into this, so it cycles on its own. You got the plumbing parts, all the sections of hose to connect to your pool are here. Plenty of parts, nice long power cord, because you don't want to run extension cords out to your pool if you can help it. I know a lot of us do, but technically we shouldn't. As far as packaging goes, it's normal packaging, just as I would expect from any reputable brand that knows what they're doing. And you can see there, it's see-through. We've got this blue cartridge here. Normally they're white, but blue is whatever. And pretty decent amount of surface area for a small 12-foot pool like we have. This should, at 1,000 gallons per hour, do enough filtration for our needs. Initial impressions on build quality, pretty solid. Not necessarily cheap plastic. There's rubber gaskets at all the ports and at the top. Little plumbing parts. Comes with like little baskets for your hose connections here. And that's pretty much it. So let's take it outside, get it installed on the pool. So this is actually the outlet port that goes on the return side of the filter, pushing the water that is clean back into the pool. So we're gonna get this back in place. You got your little gaskets here. And I'll just go on one side and through the other. So this is the main intake right here. I got the bottom off to clean it off, but this is gonna go right here and mount to the pool here, and the water will come in. Originally with this pool, this was the filter, but I removed all the mechanics on the inside of it because it just wasn't rated for enough water to clean it the way we want it to. It was kind of a weaker pump, And then I was able to run the water through here into the Intex filter, which was a nicer filter, rated for more filtration capacity. But we're gonna try this new filter instead, and we'll hook it up just the way we did with the Intex. All right, so here we are, next day, obviously. We've got the two pumps here. This is the Intex filter pump that we used last year. Worked great for us, no issues. And then this is the newer Valwix pump. As you can see, it's see-through again. You can kind of tell when you need to clean it out. So we're gonna hook this up the same way we hooked up the Intex pump last year, and let's see how it runs. We get all these parts again, little filter baskets, and these clamp rings are always really easy to use. Alright, so I probably won't need all this tubing that came with it because I already have tubing from last year. This comes with a little bit of a, I guess it's like a T, but it's a three-way fitting, so that if you have one of the bigger pools where you have multiple spots where it draws water out and into the filter, you'll be able to use this to go into the different spots. For us, we just have this one spot where the water comes into the filter area and then it goes back into the pool here. But like I said, if you have more than one inlet, this would be what you would use for that. So we got our filter here. The water will go in the top chamber here, where it goes into the filter, and then the water is drawn through the filter and it will go out and back into the pool through this bottom one. And we're gonna hook this up. This goes back into the pool here. Get the little screw, and this will go in the bottom. And then I'm trying to put the clamps right over the red gasket. Like that. Trying to keep the hose above the water because it's already filled. So if I let the hose go down to the ground, all the water will come out of it. Alright, so you see the water is rushing in, forcing all the air out of the top, and then you can see the water coming out of the top. Now the pump is primed. We can tighten that down. I'm going to remove this plug here. And then I'm going to run this. We aren't very far from the house at all. So I'm going to run this GFCI plug in through the window of the house. And that way we're not running extension cords, and we'll plug it in and it should start right up for us. And we've got an indicator light here that says that it's working. Obviously we can feel it working. It is pumping water, bringing water in and pushing it out here. The water is being forced back into the pool with pretty good force. It's hard to tell exactly which pump is stronger. I'll put up the technical data between the two pumps and let you know the difference, but they feel pretty comparable. So the water is going in through, this is like the main manufacturer pump for the pool that we got. We remove the guts of this, the water then goes in through the bottom here, into this filter here, and then back into the pool there. And then to complete the setup, we actually have this little filter basket, which is really good for filtering out the bugs and leaves and stuff. So we'll put this in here, and I can clean that every now and then. And then we've got the top there. All in all, pretty easy install. Like I said, we'll let you guys know how it performs over time. We'll add comments or whatever down below. But so far, looks good. The pool's set up. We're gonna let it filter for about an hour, and then we'll let the girls jump in and have some fun in the sun. So the filter's been running for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Intex. This is our pool vacuum that we used last season. It works really well. It takes a while to charge up, but it works great. Scrubs on the bottom of your pool. We're gonna clean up any sediment that's still down at the bottom of the pool, and the girls should be able to jump in here in just a minute. All right, so the girls are in. I think it looks good. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated with the filter, let you know how it continues to run. But it looks like it's running great for now. And we'll leave a link below if you want to check it out for yourself. We'll also have a link for other stuff that we have with our pool, like the vacuum, so you can check it out and see if it's going to work for you. But I think that's it for us today. See you guys in the next one.